Hello, it's Dr. Christine Arseneau, PharmD, Functional Medicine Certified Health Coach. And I usually go live on Mondays, but I did not have electricity yesterday, so I kind of took a device-free day for myself. So I just wanted to talk about that today and to see if any of you have ever done a detox with your devices and how that made you feel. And when we talk about detox, we talk about binders and glutathione and saunas and coffee enemas and different things that you can do, different protocols you can follow. But detox is more than just that. We also have to look at our friendships, our social lives, the thoughts that we have, the things that we are consuming. That's all part of detox as well, and really looking at what's no longer serving you. And devices are part of that. So I lost electricity. For those of you that don't know, in the US, we have above ground power lines. So sometimes when there's storms and things, we lose electricity. And also the power lines are potentially contributing to fires in California. So here in California, if we have windy days or high fire risk days, they'll just shut off the electricity. So I knew they were going to shut it off yesterday. I knew ahead of time so I could kind of plan accordingly. My first instinct was to drive into San Francisco and go to my friend's sports medicine clinic and work there to make sure I had internet, because your first instinct is kind of to panic if you don't have internet. And then I was like, no, I'm just going to use this as my time to take a device-free day, electricity-free day, internet-free day, and just live my life a little bit differently today and see how that feels. And I have to say it did feel different. I tend to take days off of social media, social media and email where I decide not to check anything, but I'm still on my devices to some extent, whether it's watching YouTube videos or reading articles online. And so this was a little bit different in that I didn't use anything because I didn't have electricity, so I couldn't. And I found that within my body, I felt more grounded. I think not having that Wi-Fi going through me, I just felt more grounded and calmer, less frantic, less stressful. I think we have a lot of distractions when our devices are on, even when we don't mean to. And so I make sure that I have all my notifications turned off so I'm not constantly getting dings to distract me. But I realized just having that phone available, just having that computer available is pretty distracting because it just gives you more options of what to do now, what to look up, what to read about. And so just not having them available at all made a big difference. And I realized how much of a distraction my phone is, even when I'm not constantly getting notifications. But if I pick it up to do something, then I might see a text that came through or a message that came through, and then my mind will trail off on that. And there's just all these little constant distractions that we have throughout the day. And I recently saw a statistic that said Americans check their phones 96 times a day. 96 times a day. So even though I am not checking my notifications constantly, I try to block off time. Just having that phone is kind of distracting. I realized that I wanted to touch it just to see what time it was, or sometimes I check the weather or whatever. Just I wanted to touch it multiple times, so I just I had it off and in a different room, and that just freed up some time. So it really allowed me to see how many distractions there are when there are electronics on. And just giving you the option to watch TV or do these other things just makes your day feel a little bit more hectic. So I definitely felt calmer. I felt like I was kind of hidden away from the world. Felt a little bit old-fashioned without electricity, but it was a nice change. And it was from Sunday night to Monday night, and it came back on Monday night or evening around dinner, and I found myself wanting to continue with no devices. And I just was like, okay, I try to get back to my clients within 24 to 48 hours. I can get caught up with everything tomorrow. This is just time for myself. And I did a lot of meditating. I walked barefoot, went for a hike, then we walked along the beach, grounding to that earth. That really helped me get grounded as well. I read some books that I've been meaning to read that have been in my pile, and I just, even when the electricity came back on, I wanted to just continue reading and take that time for myself and just not be responsible for getting back to a text message or a message, right away. And So yesterday was pretty powerful because I realized even though I don't have notifications on, I try to block time to use my electronics. They still are a distraction. They still get in the way. And I think I use my devices much less than the average American, but checking it 96 times a day, that is really distracting for our brain. You know, multitasking isn't really about doing multiple things at once. You're switching tasks. So your mind has to constantly switch, and that's really not great for you. It's not great for your focus, not great for your concentration. So I definitely felt less distractions yesterday, and I felt like I wanted to be in nature as well. And so that's what I did. I did some reading, some meditation, got in nature, and it was really nice to have a device-free day. So I'd like to hear from you if you ever do any detox from your electronics, from your devices, from social media, internet, whatever it is, and how that makes you feel. And also, if you feel that you are sensitive to Wi-Fi, if you turn it off, if you do have issues sleeping, I would recommend that you shut it off at night and just see if that makes a difference. So curious how many of you feel that you are pretty sensitive to Wi-Fi. So I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you.